Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Muhi Khwaja with Muslim Philanthropy Podcast. And on today's show at American Muslim Community Foundation, we have on a special guest, Ayaan Raza, who has been nominated as an outstanding youth in philanthropy. And he has helped out Action Aid USA and several other causes. So we're going to have a conversation with him. And welcome to the show, Ayaan.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here. I really appreciate it.
Of course, congratulations on this nomination. I'm really excited to see and learn about all the work that you've been doing.
Thank you.
So, share a little bit more about yourself. Tell our listeners where you're located, how old you are.
Sure. My name's Ayaan Raza, and I'm a sixth grade student, and I live in the Bay Area, California.
Wonderful. I myself live in the San Francisco Bay Area as well, so we're probably not too far from one another. I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about, who's somebody that inspires you.
Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and my grandparents really inspire me in a lot of ways. When we went to India, my grandmother gave ice cream to kids on different occasions like Eid and the birthday of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Nice. And what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
I think I'll stick to plain vanilla.
It's a good choice, but there's so many other flavors. My favorite is mint chocolate chip. So, um, but I often enjoy ice cream a lot. Um, so, you visited India, and how did you get involved with volunteering there?
So, I've been introduced to Lego very early in my life, and I used to build a lot of Lego structures. And I went on a vacation to Chennai, India, in the summer of 2018 for the very first time. And at that time, I just finished third grade. While in Chennai, I met Miss Esther through my dad's friend. She works in Action Aid as a regional manager. She was talking about what is Action Aid and what their organization is doing around the world. After hearing her, I got interested and asked her if I could volunteer for Action Aid. She asked me some questions about what kind of volunteering I can do, and while talking to her, I told her I really love to build with Legos. I also told Miss Esther about my experience of teaching my younger sister how to build with Lego blocks. So I told her I could teach kids how to build with Legos. So Miss Esther encouraged me right away and said she could arrange to have kids join my Lego classes. ActionAid is also partnered with another organization called National Domestic Workers Movement. They offered after school programs for me to volunteer at. These programs had low income families' kids in order to avoid leaving the kids unsupervised while their parents were still working. So I volunteered my time during my vacation and I signed up for 3 week classes. Later on, Miss Esther told me that I could go and volunteer 1 week in different branches of these after school programs. So once I got several models of Lego Creator 3-in-1 sets, I started to work on my classes. And initially, I was like kind of worried how I could communicate to the students because I didn't know the local language, which was Tamil.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad supported me, and he knew Tamil, so he translated my instructions back and forth whenever there was a problem. So um, when I visited the place, I realized these kids never had the opportunity to play with toys. So overall, I ended up teaching 6 different classes, and each class had around to 20 or 30 students.
Wow.
They were like of all ages and all grade levels. Um, since there were like 20 to 30 students each class, I decided to make groups around like the same grade level.
Mm-hmm.
So each group consisted of 4 to 5 students, and they were given one Lego Creator 3-in-1 model. My goal in this class was to give them the exposure and opportunity to build the model from scratch using the instructions provided. This helped them learn teamwork,
Right.
collaboration, and concentration, and most of all, they just really had a lot of fun.
That's really inspiring. And, you were on vacation in India visiting family. And what inspired you to want to volunteer and help other people?
So when I met Action Aid, it was the real reason when I wanted to actually help people when
Mm-hmm.
so I first met Miss Esther who worked for Action Aid through my dad's friend Mr. Sujit. And while my dad was talking to his friend, he brought up my interest in Lego. So Mr. Sujit actually suggested to my dad to meet his friend Miss Esther from ActionAid. And once I met Miss Esther in her office, she asked me lots of questions and suggested that I should try to share my Lego knowledge at it because it's like really fun, and I think the kids would. She thought the kids would like it. So that's how I got introduced to volunteering for the kids in India.
That's really cool. What's your favorite Lego set?
Um, Honestly, my favorite one was when I built the Eiffel Tower, which was the size of my sister when she was 3.
Wow. Um, and how long does that larger projects like that usually take you to complete?
They took like at least a year to build, so
Wow.
I made sure for the kids, I also made sure to give them the 3-in-1 because they're
Right.
simple, and I could also reuse the Lego sets each time.
That's really neat. So, coming back to the San Francisco Bay Area, and how do you still stay involved in helping out those kids that you met?
So normally, when I'm in India, I do my volunteering. For the past 2 years, it's been that. And then when I come back to USA in the Bay Area, I do fundraisers, like for communities in USA, Africa, Asia, and inshallah, I will keep doing fundraisers to help them. So basically, I do the fundraisers for disaster relief because, as you know, there are a lot of stuff going on now. So um, for example, I've been doing wildfires and hurricanes and tornadoes in the U.S. and Bahamas,
Wow.
floods in India, earthquake and tsunamis in Indonesia, and COVID. And this year I'm doing COVID-19 support for USA, Africa, and other communities, and more things.
So, do you feel like it was really this first experience in India that now made you want to continue to do this work here as well?
Yeah, I feel that like volunteering and doing these fundraisers, first of all, it's really fun. And I
Great.
get experience from it, and I just really, really love helping people out when they're really unfortunate and they really don't have the materials that they need. So I feel that fundraising brings me joy and it brings me tons of experience for later on.
Wow, that's really great to hear. And, as a career, I've been a fundraiser and helped nonprofit organizations raise money. So, hearing the fact that you have done so much at your age is really inspiring to see the work that you're doing to help so many people. So, do you want to share a little bit more about some of the projects that you've done for schools and through your community masjid as well?
So, one of my favorite ways to do raising money was basically doing fundraisers, like I said, because like first what I do is I get a team of friends, and then we pick a date that's before our winter break in school year.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get our permission from our principal to host the fundraiser in the school grounds. Um, so after we post the flyers, and we also hand out flyers to the parents who are walking their kids to school, uh, we make sure that everyone gets a flyer so we get more customers. Uh, our favorite way of raising funds is when we basically just put our stalls around the school property, and we put up an infinite informative board that explains the cause of our fundraiser. And inside the stalls, we just sell like pencils and erasers. And but our biggest hit, which makes us get a lot of money for these causes, was selling fancy keychains, mirrors, fancy mini jewelry boxes, and this is all from India.
Very nice.
So whenever people actually wanted to buy from us, they always asked us to explain why are we doing the fundraiser, what
Mm-hmm.
reasons are we doing it from. So this is one of the reasons I really love doing fundraising with our boards and stuff, because I get to explain the reason why we're doing the fundraiser to the parents, and mostly we have fun during the whole time. We get a lot of experience. And
That
so after the fundraiser's over, we also make sure to remove flyers posted around this school and recycle them because they're only made of
that's
paper.
important. Yeah.
So, then we take all the money, make sure to divide it equally to the organizations, and then the money goes to and then the organizations will just basically take the money and give it to people.
Wow. I think you could probably teach a seminar on fundraising for nonprofits. There's so many boards and um, leaders at nonprofit organizations that could learn a lot from everything that you're doing and building relationships and sharing transparency about why you're fundraising. So keep it up. It's really great to see all of the fantastic work that you're doing. So, we would love to host you at our annual symposium on Saturday, November 14th with Hassan Minaj, and it's going to be taking place at 11 a.m. Pacific. Everybody can visit our website, amuslimcf.org/awards to find out more. And again, congratulations on the nomination, Ayaan.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Take care.
Khudafis.
Hafiz.